for everyone. And that's okay. Loving yourself is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, but you matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. To the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, and I say this respectfully, I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. And I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy. Never get discouraged because someone lacks self-confidence. Never get discouraged because someone has self-esteem problems and they see you being your authentic self and you know how to relate to you regardless of what journey and obstacles was placed in front of you. You matter and you are worthy. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. Ever been lost in your own words? You feel like nobody actually hears you? Doesn't matter how far you are in your journey to try to relate to you. You're trying to show up as a strong you. But you get discouraged too. You're trying to believe in your faith, even days when you can't even see, to relate to you. You have your days where you're getting caught up. Hold on one second. I'm hurting my own self, my own words. You ever feel like you wanted to abandon yourself? You ever feel like you just wanted to give up? Everybody sees you, they hear you, but do they really hear you? That energy is different. It didn't matter how long someone was in your life. Your guardian, stranger in the street. You ever just was tired of life? Tired of being a strong person? Certain individuals will never understand your love language. I want to choose me, but I'm losing me. I want to choose me to love me, but I'm losing me. I want to choose me to believe in me, but I'm losing me. Nobody understands at the end of the day, I'm losing me. I wear it so well. I smile, but I'm wearing a mask. I have so many patches on my body. I don't know how to heal me to go within. I'm saying I'm healed, but what am I doing? I'm only playing in my own face. Because at the end of the day, when the outside world goes to sleep and everybody goes on with their life, I'm only dimming my own light. I said I'm okay, but I'm not okay. Can someone actually hear me? Am I okay? You ever feel like you was coming and going? What's being a strong person actually look like? When you feel like truly giving up, feel like wanting to psych your own self out your own free will. Everybody will understand your love language then. They will actually hear you. They will show up for you. That's how you felt. But that wasn't the case. Giving up. I think, will I resolve all my problems if I just give up? But I gotta be strong for me. Because I hold everything down for me. It's so overwhelming at times. I get lost in my own words. Being a strong person. What does that mean? When you start to look back at your reality, hold the things that you overcome to stand before yourself today. It's easier said than done. Yeah, you the strong person. You the person that got everybody back. But don't know how to be strong for yourself to go within. And that's really whack. I just want to love me to find peace within. I just want to love me to know I am worthy. But when I get lost in my words, I get discouraged. I can't see what I mean to show up for me. What's balance when I can't show up? What's believing in my faith if I can't see? I feel like everything is working out in my favor regardless of how much money I got. Just feel like my life is falling apart. Can you actually hear me? The energy is different. I will eliminate all my problems if I psych myself on my free will. Ain't nobody gonna care anyway. They gonna live their life just like any other day. You wasn't a mistake. You wasn't a mistake. You are loved. You know that. You are respected. You know that. But it's still an empty space within you that can't be fulfilled by anybody but you. You know, loving you, removing those layers of masks hurting you, showing up for you, even days when you can't see to be true to you. What growth looks like up close in person, if only you're relating to is your pockets. That comes and goes as well, because you wasn't doing it for the materialistic things. The energy is different when you're truly dealing with pain. They would never understand your love language, how things would never be the same, how your life could change with a split of a second. Wow, to understand and even exchange. Was it? Your day started off well, so you thought. You got so discouraged, it was just a normal day. Some folks have families, some don't, to actually come and save the day. But in your case, you put a name to your book when it comes to your mental health, when you was asking for help. You've been crying out for help for so long. Everybody laughing at your pain, thinking it's a game, and you really is crying out for help. Your walk of life. That's not how you trying to live your life. You ain't trying to be diagnosed by no doctor because you having a mental crisis. Because that's what they gonna look at you at the end of the day. You trying to psych yourself out your own free will? Why would you do such a thing? What's wrong with you? Don't you have family who love you? But what that got to do with anything? That ain't the case. I'm here for me. Here you go. Talking about everybody else again, but me. No, it's the thought process for me. Hello, I'm the problem. No, I'm not looking for attention. That cry out for help, folks overlook. Even the damn doctors. How does that happen? It went from the outside world, overlooking you, laughing at you, not understanding you. Folks saying they can relate to what you're going through, but they don't hear you. Yeah, it sounds good for the moment. Okay, okay, okay. I get it. But they truly don't know how to show up for you. They say, if you ever need anything, I got your back. We here for you. We love you. But they just don't understand. They just don't understand. There's things that you haven't talked about. You don't feel comfortable talking to just any and everybody. At the end of the day, when it comes to your trauma and your pain, from a child point of view, it was truly your reality. You lived it. Dealing with a parent that was on drugs. Those addictions was truly real. Things you had to see. A child should never see. But you did. Being sexually assaulted, dealing with hate crime, discrimination, violence. Who was there to protect you? This behavior went into your adulthood. Got you moving so uncomfortable. It became the norm. Certain behavior became the norm. Steering you in the wrong direction when you least expect it. Becoming your own worst enemy when you least reject it. Because you was rejecting yourself to go within. You was rejecting yourself to truly love yourself. Because you didn't know how to love yourself. Thinking it was the norm at the end of the day to deal with dysfunctional folks, to kick you down, discourage you, humiliate you, make you feel like you wasn't worthy to being true to you. Because you know when you try to be yourself, you're doing too much. And you ain't have to have malicious intention to hurt nobody. The energy is different. Coming out your comfort zone, what does that look like? When you feel like giving up on yourself. And you're not trying to hurt nobody. They paint you out to be the mean person, the bad guy. But that's not the case. All you trying to find is the strength to go within, not to make a mistake. You feel like everything is going perfect in your book, but something every time you always turn around, something has always happened, getting lost in your own words. They would never understand the cries behind closed doors when you have to truly sit with yourself. It'd be those moments. To those same folks, they said they hear you, they got your back. You could be going through your moment right there and then. They just called you, said, I love you, but hold on 1 second. I guess that was that last I love you because I'm tired of you, too. No, it's the thought process of me. Because that's how you truly feel, tired of everybody, even yourself. All it took was one split of a second. And you truly feel like you mean what you say and you say what you mean. I'm done with life itself. Are you really? Psyching out yourself out your own free will. What is that supposed to look like when you're going through a moment in life where you feel like nobody actually hears you? They showing up for you, but they don't hear you. My content is not for everyone. It's not, and that's okay. Now all they want to do is rush you to the hospital, diagnose you. And it brought more trauma to you. Now they injecting you with things at the end of the day that made you even more sick, mentally unbalanced, confused. Hold on 1 second, I didn't sign up for this. I just needed somebody to actually hear me. Not just anybody. I just needed that safe place to know that at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna disrespect me, laugh in my face, laugh at my pain, judge me, make me feel like I'm not worthy. Because everybody I express myself to, they don't understand me. They overlook me. I was standing right in front of my neighbor's face at the end of the day who said they got my back, but I felt like taking myself on my own free will. How did I not see that? This type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it. Someone's not looking for attention. They truly need healing. You just mentally want to heal to go with them, but you don't know how. Folks guiding you the wrong direction because they don't know how. How do you heal those open wounds that folks can't relate to because it was truly your walk of life that caused you so much chaos and confusion, disturb your peace, only for you to realize, hold on 1 second. I am worthy of choosing me. I am worthy of loving me. I am worthy. I am worthy of believing in my faith. Even when I made a mistake, I am worthy of hurting myself with my own words. Even days when I couldn't see. It didn't have to have malicious intentions. I was just trying to find me. I wasn't trying to start drama. I was just trying to find me. Energy is different when they don't understand your reality. You could be in a moment of your life where everything is feel like it's going right. And with a split of a second, you feel like, hold on 1 second. Which direction did I just possibly just turn? I can't relate to me. I feel like I want to psych myself on my own free will, but nobody actually hears me. I go to a therapist, psychiatrist. All they want to do is dope me up. All they want to do is just sit there and look at me, but can't relate to me. I'm expressing myself within expressing myself. I just wasted $1 at the end of the day. It didn't get better when it came to my situation. I just want to heal me to go within. I am deserving of that. Regardless of who gave up on me or overlooked me, didn't know how to love me properly, or what I thought would love was supposed to look like up close in person. That wasn't love. That wasn't love. Because love wasn't supposed to hurt. Didn't matter who it was. When they judged me that day. All because I couldn't see. I didn't have to play with Spoiler in a toxic way. I ain't have to disrespect my neighbor at the end of the day. I was just truly in my own lane, just trying to elevate, to relate to me. Dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD, you put a name in your book when it comes to your mental health. It feel like days is getting better, feel like days is not. Feel like you're draining yourself at the end of the day. Hold on 1 second, I just want to heal myself. It was bigger than just crying it out. It was emotions at the end of the day within. It took a process to actually go within, to actually heal. It wasn't an overnight process healing trauma and pain. No, it was not. Because how can you possibly say just cry it out? It's going to be an overnight process. Someone just sexually assaulted me. Someone just violated me. Someone just disrespected me in the most unhealthiest way. I was trying to protect me, to defend me. And I didn't even have to do anything. I didn't understand why I was abandoned at a child point of view. I felt like it was my fault. Heavy situation that occurred. I felt like it was my fault. What did I do to deserve such a thing? What did I do? And you realize you didn't have to do anything. And it wasn't your fault. You're so strong, you're so brave. You wear that mask so well when you truly crying out for help. Even the ones that's sitting right next to you, that say they got your back, they can't even see your pain. You ever try to psych yourself out your own free will? And realize, hold on one second, I can't do this today. How you just put a hold on something at the end of the day that you wanted to proceed with? Only for you to realize it's not working out in your favor because it's not time for you to go. Because God said, no, not today. Your mindset is saying, do it. But your body is truly rejecting it. The energy is different. Those open wounds, trauma and pain, cause you so much chaos and confusion. Allow you to feel like you was having a crisis. Are you worthy of choosing you? Everybody's story is different. When it comes to their walk of life of dealing with depression, it doesn't have a look, and I say that respectfully. Because the person who makes the room shine at the end of the day will be the one that you at least expected. And I say that respectfully. To psych themselves out their own free will because they going through things. Then you got the person on the outside looking in. Don't we all go through things? What makes you so special at the end of the day? Someone screaming in the background, I just lost my child. I feel like psyching myself out my own free will. And you're talking about some nail polish on your fingertips? What's wrong with you? Now here we go, everybody comparing their trauma. Everybody comparing their pain. Someone in the background saying, I just lost my mother, my father. I just lost my sister. I want to psych myself out my own free will. Someone screaming in the back, but damn sure you ain't got the balls to do it. No, it's the thought process for me. How it's not a game. What is depression supposed to look like when someone wants to psych themselves out their own free will? A person who got up every single day. A person who actually said, I wanted to become my best self vision of myself. I'm not trying to get lost in somebody's words. Because I said I'm that strong person. But only for me to realize, hold on one second, I did get discouraged that day. That unhealthy relationship caught me off balance. A lot of people been through that type of pain. Where you go above and beyond when it comes to your feelings all on 1 second. Now you're about to stare yourself down the wrong path. Just trying to suck yourself out your own free will. And they say that you're looking for attention. Everybody's walk of life when it comes to their story is different. And I say that respectfully. Respect is a two-way street. Then you got the enemy on the sideline at the end of the day just laughing at your dumb ass. That's how they feel at the end of the day. Did you do it yet? One day at a time. The change comes growth, to love yourself, to better yourself, to realize you are worthy mentally. You are worthy to choose you. To know, no, you're not overlooking you. It's okay to fail. It's okay to go within and truly heal. But it's not going to be an overnight process or a race, regardless who said that day. Just cry it out and just get over it. It don't work like that. Because everybody's mental state is different. It takes a process to choose yourself. It takes a process to understand the bad habits that became the norm. to truly realize, hold on one second, I have to fix what's going on within me. When you're not doing it for likes and views, let alone clout chasing, that energy is different. How you woke up today. God allowed you to see another day. You're very so much thankful, grateful that what God has done for you, provided for you. But it's just something within you that you just can't relate to. It's a feeling within you that, hey, I just need to heal to go within. But I don't know how to choose me. Even when I'm there for everybody else, I overlook me. Got you in the background overdosing. Nobody knows what's going on at the end of the day because you wear it so well. They thought you was truly focused. Focused on becoming your best self vision of yourself. Focused on making your dreams truly come true. But she was focused on things that was trying to shortchange you. Mentally draining you. But that was truly your escape. And certain folks couldn't relate. So they closed the door in your life. The ones who said they got your back. And now they saying it's a mistake. Because you in the mindset of psyching yourself out your free will and you ain't doing it for attention. Everybody's walk of life is different. Did it matter what your good choice it was? No, it didn't. It was your escape. But when that doesn't work, which direction do you turn? Your medicine, that's what you call it. It's not working anymore. Only for you to realize you had to pray. How do you pray if I don't believe in my faith? How do you pray if you can't relate? How do you pray when you're going through a time and you need change in your life and you need it to work right now, right now? What this trauma and pain is supposed to look like? When you don't know how to show up for you. You're overeating. You're not eating. Don't know if you're coming or going, but you're tired of living. Abandonment issues was real in your world. The lack of love was really real in your world. The disrespect was really real in your world. Chaos and confusion was really real in your world. A lot of things that became the norm became real in your world. You have that family member that never showed up for you, let alone you ever heard I love you, but you trying to get them together, and in the process you making yourself sick, emotionally, mentally, physically. Damn, it's truly draining you. They say that you're the strong friend. You know, when you have those moments in your life, and your folks is getting older, they getting sick, and you gotta be there for them. It's truly draining you, but you put on a good show, because you that strong person. You dealing with your own health. You declining your health to be there for everybody else. Because you know how it feels to be by yourself. Some people don't. Some people come into new situations. Hold on one second. I didn't choose this, but it chose me. I gotta be there for you. I ain't complaining. I'm going to show up. But damn, it's truly draining me. But I need somebody to be here for me too. Everybody's walk of life is different when it comes to their story, and I say that respectfully. This young lady, this young man woke up one day. Their life changed with a split of a second. Their mother, their father was diagnosed with cancer. It was a diagnosis that the whole family had to endure. Only to realize things will never be the same at the end of the day when it comes to hold on one second. The doctor says you got a few months to live. Just digesting that itself became pain, trauma, confusion. Why? How can I believe in my faith and you taking my loved one away from me? Doctor, is there anything that we can do to fix this situation? God that says, I'm going to do the best that I can. I can't give you no promises because things happen at the end of the day. Being this strong person. You're so brave. Certain folks will never understand, how do you do it? When you be behind closed doors crying like a big baby, boo-hooing. You just want everything to go back to normal, but that would never happen. Your life changed with a split of a second. You got a phone call that things would never be the same in your world. The doctor said that they didn't make it. Now you feel like you want to suck yourself out your own free will. Because that person brought you balance. That person actually saw you. That person actually loved you. Your mother, your father, your loved one, who was there to protect you. Even days when you couldn't see. You know those conversations that you had, regardless of whether the bad weighs out the good. Things will never be the same in your world. You have your moments where you say, you know what, I give up. I give up. I can't do this. It's hard for me to breathe, but I gotta be strong for me. I can't even look at my kids the same. It truly hurts me. I go to a therapist, a doctor to truly heal me, and only for me to be rejected because they don't hear me. How can I be possibly expressing myself to somebody and they sitting there crying? Fix your face, get your shit together. Got me coming out of character. Now they want to label me a number. All because I spoke up, because someone didn't know how to do their goddamn job. Someone sat there and said I'm not supposed to be by myself. I need to be monitored. All because I wasn't trying to reject myself to someone disrespecting me. Because they wasted my money. And all I was doing was speaking up for me. And how things happen in a split of a second, but I wasn't trying to hurt nobody. I'm going through something in life. They say go seek help if you need the help. But only for me to be disrespected in the process. Only for me to be looked at the end of the day, only a number. For someone to sit there and say, can you tell me more? I never experienced this before. Now you feel like someone's playing mind manipulation games with you. Now when you're expressing yourself, they saying you're talking too much. Now when you're expressing yourself, they're quick to diagnose you. I thought that's what you're supposed to do when you go see a therapist. They're supposed to actually hear you, not overlook you. That's what they get paid to do. Went to the first person, went to the second person. Dang, why everybody's the same? Ever sat down with somebody that said they actually hear you and they couldn't relate to you? It just sounds so good because they was doing it for $1 and you couldn't understand their point of view. It sound good at the moment. They trying to help you, but when you walk away and go home, you was still dealing with your depression. Trying to escape you. How your sessions are supposed to get better, but it became a lesson every single time. That you still felt the same, that you wanted to psych yourself out your own free will. Everybody's walk of life is different. Haven't been diagnosed by the doctor, and they said that you're not gonna make it to see another day. And you're sitting there saying to yourself, I don't want to see another day. I'm tired. Trying to psych yourself out your own free will. You ain't doing it for likes and views. You're not looking for attention. Self-medicating yourself is so unhealthy. All you're doing is hurting your body. Don't know how to cope. All you want to do is be left alone. Everybody else got their own life going on. You ended up in the hospital in ICU. Saying that you wanted to psych yourself out your own free will. Now they monitoring you. Got you tied to a bed. And all he was doing was crying out for help. He wasn't looking for attention. He wasn't looking for attention. You just wanted to be healed. You wanted your whole life back in the most healthiest way. Where you was able to do for yourself. Where you was able to rely on you, not nobody else. Because this type of stuff happens. You know, because life happens. Where you got to start relying on other people because you can't do much for yourself. Where you got to start relying on people to think for you and only for them to reject you, and you wouldn't do that to them. Just because it's not your walk of life, it's somebody's walk of life, and I say that respectfully. Someone just lost a loved one due to someone not having self-control. That was my brother, that was my sister, that was my mother, that was my father, that was my loved one. They would never walk through that door again. You ever blamed yourself? If I was just there, things probably would have turned around differently. Holidays became depression days. Your depression days was every single day. Some people lose themselves. They overeat. They neglect themselves when it comes to their health, not taking care of themselves. Some folks don't bathe. Some folks don't groom themselves. Your appetite going up and down until you can't even hold your own weight. And you feel like you want to psych yourself out your own free will. But that's not going to change the situation. Nobody understands your cry to relate to it. Your best friend is gone. That's how you mentally feel. Start going down memory lane. Now got you crashing out. Having malicious intentions, it wasn't even exchange. Some people become violent. Some people become addicts. Some people become so depressed they can't even see their own existence. That they are beautiful, that they are handsome. They forgot how to love themselves and realize, hold on one second. You are the gift from yourself from God. How can you relate to yourself if you can't see? How could you love yourself if you can't see? How could you believe in your faith if you can't see? Everybody's walk of life is different. Her mother just gave birth to a beautiful baby. Was able to hold that baby for the last 2 years, only for that baby to be rejected. In the hands of the wrong person. Everybody's story is different, and I say that respectfully. The baby went to the doctor for one thing, baby being diagnosed with something else. The medicines didn't add up because that baby was allergic. Got the mother and the father all confused, bent out of shape. They lost their baby in the hands of somebody else. And they never be the same. When it comes to pain. It was truly new to them bringing a child into this world. Everybody's story is different. Imagine bringing a child into this world and someone psychs your baby out their free will. And you wasn't able to protect your baby. Because someone didn't have self-control. A gift from God, that's what you said that day. That was brought into your life to change your world forever. Things would never be the same. All it did was bring you pain. You didn't ask for this, you didn't sign up for this. You asking God why, but that was only the enemy's calling. Because someone did not have self-control. And it became the norm to hurt innocent people. And you was one of those families. Her mother and the father trying to hold it together. They just lost the baby. Now they households chaos and confusion. They don't know if they coming or going. How to love each other, to be strong for each other. Because this type of stuff happens when you least expect it. How such a precious thing could bring two people together, only to tear them apart. Will of a split of a second. Because everybody's not mentally strong for this mindset at the end of the day. They didn't think they was going to lose their baby. imagine just waking up, having that phone conversation with the person that you actually love and adore and respect, only to realize that was the last conversation that you ever hear from them again. Things would never be the same because you was waiting for that call. Every holiday, every birthday. It don't even feel the same when you even touch your phone because you're waiting for their call. That's a non-existent. Feeling like you want to psych yourself out your own free will. Because nobody can relate to actually how you feel. They say, I got your back, I love you. Everything gonna be okay, we gonna pull through. But she wasn't trying to get lost in someone's words at the end of the day. When trying to choose you, they hear you, but they don't understand you. They say they understand you, but they overlooking you. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Strength. You have the strength within you. That's what they say. God is allowing you to see the day. What is strength if you can't relate to you? What is strength if you barely can eat? What is strength if you can't even digest your own words? And you're not trying to hurt nobody. Someone says, hey, I'm going to get you the proper help today so you can deal with your situation. And you would never look at this person ever again the same. You feel like they set you up. You feel like they disrespected you. They try to put you in a hospital. And you didn't sign up for this. They said, well, I'm sorry. This is the best thing for you. How do you know what's best for me, you jackass? Who do you trust in a situation like this moving forward? How am I sitting here expressing myself to you? I'm not saying I'm going to hurt myself, but I'm expressing myself to you. And you put me in a situation when I got my back against the wall and I got to wait for you to come sign me out? Lost the words wasn't even a question. Everybody's story is different when it comes to their walk of life, and I say that respectfully. Especially when you're not trying to hurt nobody. The same person said, I love you. Those I love you started to fade away. I got your back. That started to fade away as well. Because you would never look at them the same. Because that was truly whack. Respectfully. Because you wouldn't do that to them. If you was in a predicament mentally stable, you would sit by their side. Check on them at the end of the day. Show up for them with no malicious intentions. Are you okay? Some people okays turns into, hey, betrayal, revenge, disrespect, malicious intentions. Because now they want to know, hold on 1 second, what you got going on in your pockets. And that should never be the case. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But healing trauma and pain, it's not a race. It's not. Can't nobody tell you how to heal when you lose a loved one. Because it sounds good for the moment, yeah. But when you can't relate to someone's conversation, and when you can't relate to the fact that, hold on 1 second, I got your back, things gonna get better, they would never understand that, hold on 1 second. I didn't ask for you to say that. Because I'm going through it right now. You're so strong, you're so brave, you wear so well. They would never understand your storm. It was your walk of life. All you want to do is find you to understand balance. You know when you can't see, to relate to your smile. You know you're beautiful, you know you're handsome. And you know you're brave and you know you're strong. Continue to be patient with your process. You are worthy of choosing you. It's not an overnight process truly healing you. But you are worthy of taking the proper steps. Because actions do speak louder than words. And you was tired of frowning. You was tired of being sick. You finally got the help that you properly need to be well within, mentally. You found the folks that was truly for you, not to overlook you, let alone, kick you down. They was mentally strong, and they wasn't steering you in the wrong direction. They truly wanted to help you, to bring you peace. It was bigger than, hey, I love you, I respect you. No, someone actually meant what they said and said what they meant. Regardless to what you're going through, I got your back. Not everybody hears that. You know, when you're in that relationship where you feel like you're being so drained, when you feel like you're so depressed and nobody understands you, you have that one person that doesn't sit there and say, you're not doing too much. No, go ahead, express yourself if you gotta say it 101 times. Not everybody's strong like that. And I say that respectfully. Because, some people get tired of hearing the same thing when you're going through what you're going through at the moment. When you dealt with a loss in your family. Some people start to say, hey, I'm tired of hearing this shit. Get your shit together. What? You have a nice day. You're not trying to put on a show. Because what's truly for you is going to respect you. What's truly for you is not going to have malicious intentions. What's truly for you is going to respect you. And I say that respectfully. When you sit down with that therapist, that's not just doing it for their job, but they go above and beyond to help you mentally. So you can be able to live a day-to-day life independently. They're not overlooking you, they actually hear you. It's not that they just want to get in your business to write it down on a notepad. They actually hear you. They actually are helping you. They're actually showing you the proper tools and giving you the proper guidance, allowing you to become your best self-vision of yourself. Because you are worthy of that chance of growth. And I say that respectfully. Can nobody tell you how to grieve when you're going through it at the moment? Some people will never be the same ever again. It's folks that's walking around in these streets, and I say this respectfully, regardless if it's outside, in the streets or not, that's mentally gone. But God still gave you that mental state to be a little bit strong, because you could have been far gone. It's people in situations where they lose everything and don't understand stability to get back on their feet because they lost themselves within a situation. And their life would never be the same mentally. They wasn't doing it for likes and views or clout chasing. The energy is different. So no, it's not just cry it out and get it together. It takes time. It's a process. Because everybody's walk of life is not the same. And it's what's called respect, stay in your lane. My content is not for everyone. Because this type of stuff happens every single day. The most strongest person expressing themselves to somebody. Oh, here they go with their problems today. Here they go. Here they go. Hate to see you coming. To the point where now, folks not answering their phone for you. Folks only using you when it's convenient for them to use you. Either it's mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. And I say this respectfully because that's what people pick and choose to do. You know that person that you said, hold on one second. They got my back. They got my back. Hey. They showed you what a closed door looks like, and they wasn't part of your journey anymore. You know how when you have that family member or someone you care and love, and you're trying to express what you're going through, you're dealing with a heartbreak. It's been going on for a little while now. Nobody wants to hear what you got going on. Get over the person. Date somebody else. They never dealt with a heartbreak before the way you endured. Because some people are closed off, they don't allow folks in. And everybody is not built the same way mentally to be strong like the next person. And I say that respectfully. Some people sit there and psych themselves out their own free will because of a bad breakup. It's times where folks get in situations and they want to psych themselves out their own free will and take everybody else with them. Because this type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it. It may not happen in your household, but it happens in someone else's household. And it's not the norm. And I say that respectfully, it's not. The enemy allows you to believe for so long that certain behaviors became the norm, and it's not the norm. They have less of doing at the end of the day when you could just put your footwork in and do it yourself. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. You had abandonment issues as a child. Yeah, it went into your adulthood. And that's the first conversation that folks is having about you to disrespect you. Oh, well, you had abandonment issues. You had mommy and daddy issues. What does mommy and daddy issues have to do with getting someone help? Instead of kicking them down, you pick them up. That's how God works. The good God. I don't worship the devil. And my soul is not for sale. Because God is not for sale, and God is not manipulation, and God is not malicious intentions. Doesn't matter if it's a relationship or not. It's a bond that someone had with somebody. And someone would never be the same ever again, regardless if the person is physically on this earth or not. And I say that respectfully because everybody's walk of life is different. You have folks who have degrees and who don't have degrees, or who folks are more financially stable. And they will look at your situation and disrespect you and kick you down because of the fact that they feel like you're not mentally strong enough because of what you're what was endured within you. regardless if it was a child point of view or in your adult point of view. My content is not for everyone. Everyone deserves to be respected. And I say that respectfully, and especially when someone doesn't have malicious intentions, and especially when someone is grieving, and especially when someone is dealing with mental health. Someone dealt with a bad breakup. They became an addict. Well, you say, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But you made it your business to kick somebody down. You made it your business to discourage your neighbor instead of actually wanting to see them smile. It was days this person couldn't see. They couldn't adjust their feelings. But God picked them up when they least expected and actually held them. Because God had a bigger plan. God had a vision for this person that nobody could relate to. And they wasn't doing it for likes and views, let alone clout chasing. That energy is different. A person went to a rehabilitation center to get themselves together. They wasn't doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing because it was truly what they endured, what they experienced being an addict. It's one thing when you do stuff for likes and views, but it's one thing when someone is truly living it and they're not doing it to play a role at the end of the day. To do it for likes and views. Because some people act like, oh, let me act like I want to be down. When your world is truly fine. And there's some people at the end of the day that's truly crying out for help. Not looking for attention. They just looking to better themselves to truly heal to go within. Because this type of stuff happens every single day, and I say that respectfully. And for God to be placed in somebody's life to nurture them back to life was a gift itself, was truly a blessing. The energy is different. How you went from being the talk of town and everybody kicking you down, discouraging you, not helping you, to now, hold on one second, everybody wants to reintroduce themselves to you. Because now that you're well. But they didn't have that same energy when you wanted to psych yourself out your own free will. Or when you couldn't even see. But you was placed in the right hands. The right angel was sent into your life to give you the proper guidance, the proper love, the proper respect that you're deserving of, the proper loyalty that you are deserving of. Because you got lost in your journey. And God said, not on my clock anymore, moving forward. And God truly allows you to believe in your faith that God works in mysterious ways. That energy is different. When you're not doing it for likes and views, let alone cloud chasing, because God is not manipulation. God is not for sale. And I say that respectfully. There's certain individuals that do things for likes and views when it comes to certain things in their life. And it's nothing cute about it. Why would you want to act like you're something that you're truly not? And it's folks that's truly suffering. It's folks that they lose their children behind being an addict. And you're sitting here putting on the show at the end of the day, showing folks that it's okay. But you can have custody of your children, but they don't. See how someone's life can change with a split of a second? Someone was living a normal life every single day. They would cite that they own free will. They wasn't a smoker, they wasn't a drinker. But someone decided to slip something in their drink that day in the most unhealthiest way. And their life changed forever. They would never look at life the same. They would never be themselves mentally ever again the same. Just because you haven't endured it, experienced it, doesn't mean it's not somebody's situation. In some cases, when it's happened, some people don't have family. And some people are lucky to have family that show up for them with no malicious intentions. And then the person feels like, hey, I'm being a burden to my own family because they can't handle me, because someone decided to have controlling issues to try to take me out, because they was a hater. They was jealous. They was envy of me. They saw potential within me. So they try to throw me off balance. This type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it. Just because it's not happening in your world, it happened to somebody else. Can we save a life today? Someone went from being a straight A student. Someone went from being on an honor roll, on their way to college. Someone just started their career. Doesn't matter where they are in life. How someone can have malicious intentions, to have controlling issues, to try to kick somebody down and discourage them, and their life would never be the same ever again. It'd be that one dose of something that the doctors can't cure, can't pump out of somebody's system, and somebody would never be the same. You know how that feels for a doctor to express to somebody that's not coherent, that can't understand? They're an adult, but their mindset is at a child state of mind. They can't relate to what's going on. You know, the scare and the fear that's in that baby. And that's an adult. That's an adult. They didn't have to hurt nobody. They didn't have to have malicious intentions. It should never have to wait until it's your situation for you to understand that, hold on 1 second. This is not right. You're looking at someone from an outside point of view as the adult, but mentally their mindset is not what you think, because they would never be they themselves ever again. They won't. And especially when someone is not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing, that energy is different. Some people overcome, some people don't. Some people are so far gone, they would never be themselves. You know, the person that you point at, that you start laughing at, the one that you start running from because you don't want them next to you. That's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's son. They didn't ask for that. They didn't ask for their neighbor to hate them, if they had money or not, if they was a provider or not. Someone had so much jealousy and envy within them, they try to take somebody in the most unhealthiest way. Or because of the lack of self-control. should never have to wait until it's your household for you to understand that this is not right. You know, being a hater. Because it starts to become normal to understand until something happens in your household, then you understand what hate and envy and jealousy, it's not the norm. It's not. Until it's your child that you couldn't protect. Until it's your loved one that you couldn't love and protect. Because that's what happens. You forgot to love somebody, but you know how to show up for them now. Now everybody cares. What happened to everybody caring when before the situation? That's another topic. My content is not for everyone. Someone could be drinking cranberry juice. They don't have to be a drinker. They don't have to be a smoker for someone to do something with malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. A mother goes to see her son in the hospital, a father goes to see their child in the hospital, and the doctor is trying to express that, hey, we found substances in your child's body. Do you know if they're on drugs, anything in that nature? And the first thing that the parent and the parent is saying is, no, that they're not. Something is not right. Only for them to find out that the last person that this individual was with had malicious intentions. Imagine having proof but not having proof to get justice. And for a case to be dismissed and your child is just labeled a number. Because it may not happen in your household, but it happened in someone else's household. And I say that respectfully. Oh, because someone didn't have self-control. Someone didn't want somebody to elevate faster than them. Someone was jealous and envious of somebody. They wanted someone else's life. And it's more sad and disgusting to see that a person doesn't have to know you to feel the way they do. A random person can just come upon you and try to psych you out your own free will. How you know when, hey, let's go hang out, let's go to the club, let's go to this party. Does it have to actually take a party for something like this to escalate? No, it doesn't. Do you actually have to invite somebody into your household for this to actually happen? No, you don't. Because a scenario could go many of ways. You could be going to a restaurant and you don't know how someone mentally feels that day. Or this became their norm and they came across the right family. Or they came across the right person and they got caught. Just because it's not happening in your household, it happened in someone else's household. And they deserve justice. They do. Everybody's walk of life is different. It is. It could be so many scenarios as to how this transpired. But does it matter? It happened. How do we stop hate and jealousy and envy from someone losing their life? Why does it have to be the norm to take someone's life? Or to try to kick somebody down so they won't be mentally stable? Hate and jealousy and envy, it truly goes a long way when someone don't got control over themselves. Someone can have so much hate and envy, and they wear their mask so well, and you would never be able to tell. Because you know why? The family is like, oh, my child wouldn't do such a thing. My friend wouldn't do such a thing. That officer says something else. The one who wants to do their job. When you least expected, you was on camera, jackass. That officer's looking like, hold on one second, that could be my child. It was nothing personal. It wasn't about the officer being in their feelings. That's somebody's child. And someone had malicious intentions to do that? And then you sit there, all because of jealousy, envy, and hate. Now you took it too far, neighbor. You took it too far. And this behavior becomes the norm. It becomes funny. Until it's your household. Ain't nothing funny. You was laughing too fast until it became your household. Why should it have to wait until it's your household for you to understand that this is not the norm? You know, your child that you love and you're supposed to protect? How would you feel to know, regardless if they know somebody or not, decided to, hey, I'm going to manipulate you. I'm going to manipulate the situation. It's like you're at your own free will. You know, because people do weird stuff like this, like, you know, trafficking people. How they put stuff on people's doorknobs. Folks be like, well, that's crazy. That would never happen to me. Hold on one second. Be careful what you're asking for. Because that person, that innocent person, did not ask for that. They asked just to go start their day. And they was psyched at their own free will. Because someone didn't have self-control. And this type of behavior became the norm for so long, and it didn't matter about someone's culture, someone's sexual orientation, someone's disability, or age. It's sad to hear someone that you care about and love endure what they did because of the hands of somebody else who didn't have self-control. It breaks your heart to know that. Because now you're saying to yourself, that could have been me. Yeah, it could have. But I just pray and hope that it doesn't happen to you. So be mindful and wise when kicking your neighbor down. And I say that respectfully because respect is a two-way street, even when your neighbor can't see. And they're not doing it for likes and views, let alone clout chasing or attention seeking. The energy is different. And it should never have to wait until it's your household for you to be understanding. It should never have to wait until it's your household to say, you know what? This behavior is totally unacceptable. It is. It's unacceptable. How someone can have so much hate and animosity within them because someone is actually elevating in life. Someone went to school to get their degrees. They started their career. Everything that they said that they was going to accomplish, they was catching their blessings when it came to materialistic things. And only if you knew the person really didn't care about that. All they wanted to do was make sure their health was on tack. And they was making themselves happy to go within. To choose themselves every single day. Did it have to matter if you had a degree or not? To love yourself? No. Because everybody's walk of life is different. But it shouldn't have to take for, if you have a degree or if you don't have a degree in certain areas in your life, for this behavior to be happening. It's not the norm. For someone to get psyched out their free will, and they're not trying to hurt nobody, but somebody's trying to hurt them because of jealousy, envy, and hate. And people do malicious things for an evil dollar, just to psych someone out their free will, to have a come up or whatever the case may be. You sold your soul. They ain't got nothing to do with the innocent person. Stay in your lane. Deal with your demons over there. Leave the innocent people alone trying to disturb their peace, because they know how to be their authentic self, and they didn't have to go that route to sell their soul. This type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it. Always protect your peace. Always protect your energy. It's not that you think you're better than somebody. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. But everybody's not meant to be part of your journey, and that's okay. You could know somebody for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. And only for you to realize, hold on one second, you mean to tell me this whole entire time you had so much hate and envy within you? And you wore the mask for so long, for so well, only for your mask to fall off because you couldn't take it anymore. Because you didn't have self-control and you just wanted to kick me down. You wanted to disrespect me, make me feel like I wasn't worthy. You didn't want me to elevate because you saw me as your competition, and I was never part of your race. This type of stuff happens every single day. Your own family will have this mindset towards you too. Just because it's not going on in your household, it's going on in someone else's household. And I say that respectfully when it comes to jealousy, envy, and hate. Oh, well, I know this person real well. I knew them throughout the years, and they wouldn't do such a thing. Hold on one second. Why does it have to take for someone to draw a picture? Why does it have to take for someone to show you a videotape of someone bringing harm to somebody for you to have a different point of view? Hold on one second. I'm so sorry that you had to endure that, neighbor. And then sit there and say, oh, somebody's crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. They can't possibly be enduring that from their family. Excuse me? Jealousy and envy and hate is really real. It is. And it's sad when it's folks' own guardians that go against them. All because they're elevating. They don't want them to see their true potential so they can fulfill them. It's family members, it's loved ones that, hey, kick people down so they won't be their best self vision of themselves. They will paint this person to be lazy, slow, stupid, and retarded. Or because they got controlling issues. And it shouldn't have to wait till a situation happens in someone's household for you to realize, you know what? I kicked somebody down when I could have saved their life. And this is the problem right here. Oh, I just mind my business. But you all up in somebody's business, though. You know every detail for detail, but you're minding your business. But that's when you know how to be in your own lane from a distance. What's going on over there? This type of stuff happens every single day. And I say that respectfully. Just because it's not going on in your household, it's happening somewhere else, in somebody's household. Or someone experienced that. And they don't have to manipulate a situation. They don't have to lie on anybody at the end of the day. They don't have to gaslight a situation because it's what they endured. And then when someone speaks up for themselves in the most healthiest way, now someone is being labeled as a number to a doctor to be diagnosing them. Oh, because someone got controlling issues and they can't tell the truth as what they've been doing. And then the person that's on the outside looking in at the end of the day, all you swear up and down this person is delusional. They don't know what they talking about. How you telling somebody they don't know what they talking about and they ain't experiencing it? They're being verbally abused. They're being emotionally abused. They're being physically abused. Their kindness is being taken for weakness. They're being disrespected and they don't have to do anything. They say, respect your mother and your father, your days will be longer. But what happens when the mother and the father feels like they want to pick and choose to kick that child down? And the child didn't want to see their parents frown. They knew how to respect their parents. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. It's like that language, it starts to change, and you start to realize, hold on 1 second, it wasn't an even exchange. You know that child that didn't ask to be psyched like their own free will in the hands of their own parents, but then some people have this mindset is, if I brought you into this world, I'm going to take you out. Hold on 1 second. You're not God. You're not God. All because you want to control your child. My content is not for everyone. And because you can't control your child and your child is elevating and you want your child to help you, you want your child to do all these things at the end of the day, but they have their own life to relate to themselves. And all you want to do is kick them down and disturb their peace. Everybody's walk of life is different. It is. You're supposed to uplift your child, not kick them down. But everybody's walk of life is different. It's parents, regardless to their upbringing. They're not trying to be their child's best friend. They know how to love their child properly. And they don't have to have jealousy and envy within them to project on their own child that they brought into this world to protect and truly love with no malicious intentions, regardless of their sexual orientation. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. And this is why when God steps in and God removes certain individuals from family members, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. It was for that child's protection. The outside looking in will never be able to relate to what that child endured. It shouldn't have to take for that child to be on the news and for that child to have been psyched at their free will to find out, hold on 1 second. So you mean to tell me that you was doing spoke on your own child this whole entire time? You mean to tell me that you was out here manipulating us and making us feel like at the end of the day that your child was painted out to be something they truly wasn't? You know, those untold stories? Because there's a lot of cases. It really is. And it's so disgusting to know how society looks at the innocent person, that innocent child. Regardless if they're a child or an adult, but that's somebody's child. My content is not for everyone. It's not. You say, oh, well, I knew this person for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. They take care of the other children. They well groom the other children. But did you know that the person was in the background playing with spell work? Did you know that? They probably put a spell on your ass too in the process to manipulate you. And only if you realize, hold on 1 second. So you mean to tell me that when you sat there and talked about your child and you disrespected your own child, you mean to tell me this whole entire time was a lie? Now you fixing up your face and trying to get your thoughts together. Saying to yourself is, I overstepped my boundaries. Someone should have protected that baby. You always want to be in somebody's business, trying to save something at the end of the day. Trying to agree with somebody at the end of the day, all because of the fact that you're a parent, but you don't know what the next parent is doing. Just because it may not operate how you operate in your household, somebody operates totally different and with evil intents. You provide for your child. You don't let your child go starving. Then you gotta hear on the news, hold on one second, my neighbor was doing what to their child? I see them every single day. They a well-kept family. They well groomed, and it is they house don't stink, and whatever the case may be, and you know they seem put together. Somebody on the other end of the hall is saying something wasn't right. I couldn't put my finger on it, but something wasn't right. It was that way that baby was looking at me that day, but I couldn't put my finger on it. It looked like a child was crying out for help, but I didn't understand that baby's language. And only for you to realize that, damn, I could have saved somebody's child. That wasn't only just somebody's child, but that was God's child. My content is not for everyone. Just because you knew somebody for years, don't mean you know them. It don't. You know, just like the stories you hear on the news, it became the norm. How your next door neighbor became a serial killer. They've been a serial killer this whole entire time. They fooled you. They live 3, 4 houses down from you. They come and they go. That's all you know. It's quiet. But they sex traffic people. You didn't know that. It could have been your child. It should never have to wait for a situation to happen for you to realize what respect looks like up close in person, regardless if it's an adult or a child. And it does not matter how long you knew a person for you to realize, hold on one second, somebody had malicious intentions this whole entire time. It's one thing when someone changes their life around and actions speak louder than words. But when someone is doing something periodically and it's a consistent thing, and you don't know the background noise that's going on in the background, you would never understand that child's frown. You would never understand that child's love language. You would never understand that child's confidence, what it took for them to overcome because God gave them a chance at life. And these folks wasn't supposed to be part of their life because God was willing to treat them right when that child was overlooked. That child was disrespected. Well, what did the child do to it shouldn't matter. I'm so confused. Why does a child have to do anything to their guardian for that guardian to be a hater? What does that child have to do for that child to be envied by that guardian? That child was just being themselves. Imagine having a child that's gifted, talented, that an IQ score off the chart. That's actually a genius. And they're painted out to be something that they're truly not. And you looking in, listening to the parents, and only for you to realize that, damn, that baby needed protection. Because it's not going on in your household, it's going on in someone else's household, neighbor. This type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it. It doesn't matter about someone's culture, someone's sexual orientation, a disability, age, or religion. How someone can have their own child lined up to be psyched out their own free will. How they can pay this person, pay that person to psych that child their free will. And that baby didn't have to do anything besides be themselves because of hate and jealousy and envy. It's some people that's not able to tell their story. because someone is doing spell work on them for them not to be able to talk. It's certain people that are not able to tell their story because they're in ICU intensive care and their mouth is wide shut. Because someone had controlling issues and someone did want the truth to come out. Just because you wouldn't do that to your child, somebody else will. How can somebody do that to their own child? It happened. Everybody's walk of life is different. So be very thankful and grateful and blessed to know that you didn't have to endure that. Because there's so many people that didn't even think they will be able to see today. And they overcame a parent who had hate and envy within them, who had malicious intentions within them. How a parent can hurt their child and a person laugh at a child's pain just because it's not happening in your household, it's happening in someone else's household. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Hey, butterfly. Yeah, you. You came a long way when you couldn't see. You chose you not to give up on you. You chose you when they couldn't even relate to you. You chose you when they gave up on you. You chose you not to live in fear, regardless to what storm was coming your way when it came to your season. You are truly the blessing to yourself. God didn't make a mistake when God truly created you. Continue to be patient with your prize when it comes to healing, trauma, and pain. Don't get lost in your own words. Understand balance. You are worthy of choosing you to understand and even exchange. I'm not here genuine love, respect. And I say this respectfully. Always protect your energy. And I say that respectfully. Protect you and your loved ones with no malicious intentions. Stay warm. You matter and you are worthy. They will never understand your strength, what you truly overcame, what you truly endured that you keep to yourself. But you are so brave. You overcame that spell work. You did. They kicked you down. You overcame being so brave, being sexually assaulted. You are so brave. You matter. Being sexually assaulted, dealing with hate crime, discrimination, violence. You put a name in your book when it comes to your mental health. You are so brave. Folks want to fulfill your shoes so bad to destiny swipe with you, to try to energy harvest off of you, and they would never be able to walk a day in your shoes. You matter, you are worthy, don't give up on you. You got this. It's not an easy process as to what you endured from a child point of view going into your adulthood. You still being patient with your process when it comes to healing you within. Even days when you feel like you're lost of words, trying to choose you to becoming your best self vision of yourself. The outside world don't understand your vocabulary when it comes to truly loving yourself. But when the right people walk into your life, respect will be a two-way street, understanding, even exchange. Don't allow the enemy to cause you chaos and confusion to disturb your peace. And God is truly trying to protect you, elevate you, show that you are worthy. To understand that your point of view is in existence. You know, when God closed certain doors in your life, so those people that were kicking you down, the ones that was wearing the mask so well, it's not that you're running from your past. Absolutely not. But God gave you the strength. God gave you the faith to see the light that was endowed within you, that you are worthy to choose you. So continue to be patient with your process when it comes to healing, trauma, and pain. You are worthy of choosing you. Regardless of who gave up on you, overlooked you, wanted you to live in fear, they threw spoke at you in a toxic way, they disrespected you, they took your kindness or weakness, they lied on you. You are worthy, and you matter. Be mindful and wise when the enemy walks in. They come in different shapes and sizes when they try to break your peace and make you feel like you're not worthy of choosing you. When God walks into your life, respect's a two-way street. God truly wants you to choose you. God wants you to believe in the confidence that God installed within you. And when all the right people walk into your life, respect will be a two-way street with no malicious intentions. Because God said that you've been through enough. And you wasn't doing it for likes and views, let alone cloud chasing. That energy is different. You didn't have to manipulate a situation to be your authentic self. You didn't have to kick your neighbor down to be your authentic self. You understood the lane that God created for you. Continue to be patient with you choosing you, not to overlook you. I'm Naya Genuine Love Respect. I am the original owner of all my content, and I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy. You are worthy of choosing you. You are beautiful. You are handsome. Even when they sat there and said that you're ugly and you're nobody. Wherever part of your journey you was in that day, you are beautiful. God created us all differently. And you still knew how to respect your neighbor when your neighbor tried to kick you down. You know, when God walks into your life, God is not trying to cause chaos and confusion when God is trying to uplift you. So be mindful and wise getting distracted by the enemy, because the enemy caused a lot of chaos and confusion for you to disrespect you. My content ain't for everybody, and that's okay. Always protect your energy. You matter and you are worthy. You know, you can't be like nobody else but you. How God truly created you to be. Don't give up on yourself. And you deserve justice for what they did to you. I am Naya Genuine Love Respect. To the genuine ones, stay warm. Have a safe remaining weekend. Have a safe remaining year. Protect your energy and protect you and your family with no malicious intentions. You matter and you are worthy. Peace and respect. Send respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. Humanity, you're worthy. I gotta go. I need a nap. Naya Genuine Love Respect. Thank you for your time. To the genuine ones only, and I say this respectfully. Everybody's walk of life is different, but respect is a two-way street. You know, someone doesn't have to disrespect you or even know you to respect you. And I say that respectfully. So be mindful and wise when judging a book by its cover, because you're not used to someone respecting you. And when someone respects you, they understood at the end of the day. They knew how to meet their neighbor halfway, with no malicious intention, not to take your kindness or weakness, to disturb your peace. The energy is different. You matter, you're worthy. Naya, Genuine Love Respect. Thank you for your time. To the genuine ones who don't have malicious intentions, I truly appreciate your time. Have a good day.